Hello there, everybody. Welcome to another LEGO set review. This is an older one. This is 75055. It's called the Imperial Star Destroyer. This is from 2014. It was also the biggest set of that year, and it has 1,359 pieces, and it's a beast. This is definitely my biggest set to date. Well, that may change in the future, but this is definitely the biggest set as of now that I have. Also came with a poster, comes with 6 minifigs, a couple other things, and it is completely and utterly awesome. Yeah, that's all the information. We've got the figures there in front of us, we'll take a look at them. This review might be a little longer since this is a big set. Yeah, we'll start with the minifigs. And pan down so you can see them here. Move this a little bit so we can see them. We get 6 figures, starting up with Darth Vader. This is the last time that they used the old helmet. So the 2014 year was the last time that we saw this old piece. This is the original Vader helmet piece that they made in 1999, I believe. He's got his saber. His details are pretty good. Move that out of the way. He's got some really great details, really nice. He's got his, control panel, his belt, some silver, armor, and some creases in his fabric there. He's got leg printing showing the skirt, and there's nothing on the back. It's just plain. The most interesting thing about this figure, I'll tell you in a minute. The cape is the papery cloth, and he does have a face under here. This is the interesting part. This is the Empire Strikes Back version of him. So that brief scene where you see the back of his head, that is there. He's got the Sith eyes. This one looks weird. This Vader head looks a little odd, but it's still cool. See, that's the Empire shot. When you remember when you see him the first time, the back of his head, that's what that's supposed to represent, I believe. And the face is interesting. It's really weird. It doesn't look like Anakin, but okay, we'll just take it. We'll take it. It's just a little different, but it's cool to get this Vader because it's the original helmet. So yeah, really neat to get him. I believe he's guest starring in the set because this will just be a regular Star Destroyer, and then he just happens to be on it. So that's cool. Next up, we get the Imperial Officer. I don't know who this guy is. It's some officer that was in the movies, the original trilogy. I don't know who it is, but it's cool. He's got some nice detailing. He's got this very smug, proud of himself look on his face with that signature Imperial sneer. He's got these sideburns, no alternate face, a bit of back detailing, and he's got this cool cap, signaling that he is important, like an important rank. So that's cool. Pretty sweet figure. We get the Imperial Crew. This guy's just a random crew member. I kind of wish we got 2 of him, but he's cool. He's got a worried look. He's got a comm link, some neat detailing for his jumpsuit, some back stuff. Yeah, pretty cool. He's got a little gun, and yeah, he's got the same cap as the officer. Pretty cool. Next up is the Imperial Navy Trooper. Pretty sweet character. He's got some nice black fabric on. Pretty cool. He's got the comm link, a neat helmet. Pretty cool. Very reminiscent of the Death Star troopers. He's got another little gun. Cool back detailing. Again, no alternate face. And that's fine. Pretty cool figure. Again, I wish we got 2 of him. Like, that would be kind of nice to have, like, 2 of these guys. So, yeah, be more, but whatever. And let's see. Last up for the proper minifigures, we get 2 Stormtroopers. These are identical. They're the 2014 design, so they're not the new helmets. The new helmets are different. The detailing is the same, except for the helmets. The new ones are different. I don't like them. I prefer this style. They both carry a gun. Pretty awesome detailing. They both have back printing. They do have a face. They're just angry clones, which is fine. You're never going to take their helmets off, so that's fine. Pretty sweet figures. Glad that we got 2 of them. Great cannon fodder. And lastly, we get a mouse droid, which is a thing you can actually build. And we get a hologram of the Emperor, which is pretty cool. Pretty neat little piece. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see that in better detail. It's a pretty cool little piece, very, very nice. And yeah, the mouse droid's cool too. It's not really that special, but it's kind of cool to get it here. Standard, you know, classic era version. So yeah, little throw-ins, bonus figures, I guess you could say. And those are all the minifigs. Pretty sweet. My favorite being Vader, because he's, you know, Darth Vader. But the other ones are great too. Again, I only wish we got 2 of these guys, like 2 of each of them, and then maybe another officer, and then that would make it really feel like an Imperial vessel, but whatever. We still got great figures. Let me move those aside so we can take a look at this massive thing. Hold on. To get that out of the way, I'm gonna have to bring the tripod into this because this thing is so big. Won't fit into the frame. So yeah, this thing is very, 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 very cool. As a kid, I always wanted a Star Destroyer. I just never got a chance to get one because, they're kind of pricey. Yeah, here it is. It's very, very big. It's a play set. It's not like a collector set. I actually prefer play sets, so that's nice. And yeah, it does look like a collector set though, which is kind of cool. Here it is. It's pretty big compared to my hand. And yeah, the first feature is actually pretty well hidden. It's actually a carry handle. You might see a little bit here of it, but this just comes up, and it's like a Technic build, and it's built into the core of this. You'll see the inside in a little bit, but if you pull it up, the entire destroyer will lift up when you put your hand on the handle and lift up, so you can make it, do action things. You can like make it, be a battleship, which is cool. I carry it around. I believe you could also hold this from a string. If you like put it on the ceiling, you could probably try that. I don't know how well that would go, but you can try. Yeah, that just goes up and down. It hides away really, really nicely. Let's see. It's a little bit boring. Like, it's just a light gray with some dark gray. But that's how it was in the film, so it's accurate, at least. Yeah, the Empire goes on very monochrome colors. But yeah, the next feature is the spring-loaded shooters, which you can clearly see the green, bolts. And to fire those, it's very simple. You just push down, and it will shoot them off. It's really nice. It doesn't look too terrible, and you could just leave them out, and it looks perfectly fine. Another cool feature is on the back, which I'll show you the back really quickly here. So you can see the engines and the stuff that powers the ship. But on the back of it, there is this little opening flap, and if you lift that up, there's actually more of those bolts. So you can store more if you don't want to lose them. You can just put a couple in there, and it acts as storage. That's really neat. And you close it up, and it's just detailing, which is great. My favorite part of this is this feature, which is the turbo laser battery cannons, which are all 4 of them on each side, and they are actually movable, so they can move. There's actually this little this build on the back, and if you pull that back and forth, all of this is on a track, so it's kind of built with Technic, and if you move this back and forth, it makes the cannons all synchronized, like to blast enemies, which is cool. And I think for even cooler effect, if you put these spring-loaded bolts inside these, inside the tubes, it makes them like look alive and blasting, which is awesome. I love that. It's so slick the way that moves. It's so great. You can angle the tubes up and down. It's just fantastic. Yeah, that's awesome. Let's see. I think that's all the outside features. Otherwise, everything else is on the inside. So there's like this detailed interior, which is nice. I also want to apologize for the amount of dust on this. It just sits really high on the display and it attracts dust, so sorry if it's, there's some junk or whatever it's on here. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's an older set, so yeah. But anyway, the way you want to get into this is really simple. You just take this entire thick chunk of build and you just slide it up, and look at that. all of that is so, like, so much detail, like, not detail, it's so much pieces that goes into this. Like, wow, that is thick. Yeah, that just comes off, and when you put that aside, it reveals a little bit of the inside. Not that much. You can see the Technic stuff a little bit more. You can see the handle where that sits. But you can actually lift the sides of this and lift them like this. So now you get the entire inside, which is great. It's gonna be kind of hard to show. Let's see. I'm gonna keep these like this. Guess I'll bring this up to you. Here's the forward command bridge. This is where, in the movies, this is where Vader, you know, walks down and, you know, addresses his troops and things. And there's a lot of stickers inside here particularly. There's only one outside sticker, which I will show you in a little bit. You can put a lot of figures down here. It's like this little pit area. There's like a couple chairs. There's some more stickers for panels and stuff all around. I especially like these. These are great. I do have a favorite sticker. It's coming up. This area over here is a lot more open. It's basically just for minifigures to just like walk around and do whatever. Which is great. This right here, I don't know if you can see this. It looks like a droid. It's actually a weapons rack, so you can put like guns on it. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's nice. Yeah, just a bunch of empty space pretty much here. Like it's just all like just walking space to put figures. So if you want to put a figure, you know, here or some more, or even the mouse droid, whichever you want, you know, whatever figures you have, you can put them in there. On the other side is a little more interesting, where we have the Emperor Hologram. Let me zoom in on that a little bit if I can. So here's the little Emperor's hologram. It can spin around. It's really cool, and it looks very professional. I think Vader is best. Put him here because he's communicating with the Emperor, and the other personnel can watch, which is kind of nice. Over here, we have a station for the Death Star. I believe that's the Death Star. You can kind of see it. It's like this holographic readout, like the display monitor of the Death Star trench, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. And it's got a little cup, coffee cup, and there's a little image of the Death Star. And this is my favorite sticker. I love putting this on. This was so fun. But yeah, other than that, there's not a whole lot to this inside. This part, it's just, you know, empty space, which is fine because you want to put all the figures in there, so that's great. Yeah, I think I'll give you a last look at the inside there. You can see it. It's pretty nice. And, yeah, I will close all this up so we can give the final thoughts. And I'll give it a last section, put this on, everything in order here. And the last sticker I was mentioning is this. Oh, I can zoom in here. This right here, this control, or not control, this upper deck, that's a sticker, which is fine. Looks pretty nice. And I like the detailing that's on this tower section here. This is not movable like the old one. The 2006 one would move like when you opened it. But this one is just static, which is fine. I like all these pieces. It looks really good, you know, really accurate. So that's nice. And yeah, let me push this back to where it was. I did want to actually show the bottom in case you were interested. Show that. There, it's kind of hard to show, but yeah, the bottom of it. I'll give you a last look at the back. Engine's really cool. And yeah, put this back before it breaks. Yeah, this is probably one of my best sets. Like, everyone loves this set. Like, even if you don't have it, this is really great. It was the last, I believe it was the last playset of the Empire era of Star Destroyer, I'm pretty sure. Because the other ones they made were for the sequel trilogy, and then they made the UCS 2019 Star Destroyer, so this is the last one that was like a playset. So yeah, I don't think I mentioned the price, but this was I think it was $130. Yeah, it's either 120 or 130. It was in that range. And if you can get it now, this is really pricey, but if you can somehow get it like sealed, then definitely go for it because it's one of the best like play sets. It's definitely one of the best. Like it looks really good just like sitting there, and then if you open it up, it has a lot of play. So that's great. The figures are all fantastic. I think my only complaint is the fact that we only get like one of each of these. Like I kind of wish we got two officers, two crew, two Navy troopers. Like it just would have maybe filled it out a little bit more. But it's just great. The sticker sheet wasn't too bad. Like it's kind of repetitive, but it's still great. Like if you have the Millennium Falcon, this goes perfect with that. Or like a Slave One, or like an X-wing, or like something from the original movies, or like an A-wing. This goes perfectly with that. Like with those. Um, I don't know if they're gonna do another like playset Star Destroyer. I hope so. That'd be kind of cool. Um, but yeah, this is definitely one of the best like older sets. It's 2014. And it had a poster. It was a really awesome set. And I'm lucky to have it because it's pretty pricey. Um, yeah, I got it as for Christmas a couple years ago. So yeah. My only complaints, like I said, with the figures, I wish they maybe a little bit threw in a little more. Um, I don't have any complaints with the ship. It's a fantastic version. So, yeah, Imperial Star Destroyer, and this is the much better than the newer ones, especially the sequel trilogy one. That one was not that great, in my opinion. But yeah, 10 out of 10, fantastic set, really excellent detail, and then it's just so great to play inside it. So yeah, um, that's pretty much all I have for you for this one. I hope you liked it. Let me know. Do you have this one? I doubt most of you will have it, but I mean, if some of you do. That's cool. Um, Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think about this set in the comments below. Do you think they should make another destroyer? I think maybe they could. I know they did the light cruiser, which is another version of this, like an updated one. But yeah, this is my favorite of all of them. So yeah, that was my look at this awesome classic set. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Thank you so much for watching this, and I'll see you later. Take care.